Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Marine X back at it again. All right, so these weekly deal videos, EDC, Man Cave, all that good stuff. I don't know when the deals expire. The coupons expire when the price goes back up. It behooves you to subscribe to the channel, turn on all notifications, not just the personal notifications. And you might even consider joining memberships because I normally release this to them before I release it to everyone else. Speaking of memberships, the winner of the 2 mag blades from Daily Carry Co. M390 blade steels, titanium scales, very fun knives to play with and use. We got David Ferranda 1711 and Tom Turnbuckle 0076. Shout out to my members for supporting this channel. We'll do another member giveaway next month. For you two, hit me up on the comments here, or I'll make a community post. I'll also talk about it in other videos, so that way you can send me an email or whatever so I can get your information. As long as you're here within the States, I can send it to you. If you're not in the States, then we'll talk about getting you an alternative prize. So let's jump into these deals to get started overall. First one I want to talk about is Through Night. Now, I don't talk about Through Night very often here on the channel, but I do know that they put out some great budget banger options when it comes to everyday carry work type lights, and they're trying to slowly but surely step into like the tactical realm as well. So here they're having like their version of a summer sale. It's like a flash sale that they have going on. Out of all these lights, the one that I currently own is the TN12 Pro. This is kind of like it seems like a competitor to the Phoenix a PD35R. So pretty decent flashlight overall. I like the fact that it does have a very long throw, has a good turbo mode. It's just a good flashlight to have. I'm not the biggest fan of the way to actually to change through the different modes by pushing this side button here. However, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. Rear tail switch to turn it on, side switch to go through the different modes. So a pretty good flashlight overall. The summer sale going on for Gerber gear as well. This is their kind of their dog days of summer. As we kind of wrap it out for summer, they're having their sale as well. They're having a sale on new items, which is something that I thought was pretty surprising. One thing that kind of caught my attention was the Pyrite utility clip. You want the OD green version, normally 30 bucks, is $24. Now they've added a clip to the Pyrite. They are making some big moves because there's such affordability. You can get any of these utility blades from a big box store or order them from Amazon. If you want to spend even less money, you can get like the burnt orange version for 16 bucks. They got the dual force for 88 bucks. The lowest I've ever seen it was 89. It's not a big savings, but it's still a pretty good savings. So check this out. Too much stuff to mention from Gerber, but they have a lot of good deals going on. Now, another flashlight company I don't talk about too often, but they also put out some pretty good bangers, is Skill Hunt. Now, Skill Hunt does a little bit of flashlights, a little quirky, but the way they sell their flashlights is a little quirky as well. First off, they have a lot of big selection, and they like to sell flashlights where you can just buy it and you can piecemeal how you want to buy it. You don't need a battery. It's even cheaper. You want to have a high CRI. You know, it's going to cost you a little bit more. This is one of my favorite flashlights from Skill Hunt. This is the EC300. Now, this is normally 61 bucks on Amazon. You can't buy it without a battery, so it's always around like 84 bucks on Amazon. On their website, if you don't need a battery, which is a 21700 battery, $61. I also have a clickable coupon that gets you that is going to have a coupon here. Throw that in there, get you an additional 6% off. But if you want to throw a battery in there, it's going to cost you $74. Still cheaper than Amazon, so their sale is going on. The thing I like about the EC300 so much is that it does have an RGB mode. So this one here, very well made, but it does green. You can also change this to blue. You can change it to red. You can go back to just a regular flashlight. So low lumen mode is pretty good, and you can throw that up. So like I'm a big fan of this flashlight overall. It charges with USB Type-C, but if you don't have that, so USB Type-C to recharge it, but if you don't have a charger with you, or if you have multiple batteries with you, you can always just throw another 21700 battery in here, big battery that comes with it. So I bought this myself. This is a pretty good sale that they have going on their website. So I wanted to just kind of show you that might be something that you may want to check out. Now, Benchmade is kind of having a little deal here. Now, they have their version of a garage flag. I have a garage flag here from Montana Knife Company, coincidentally. These garage flags are great. They're big. You can show your pride. You can just show off what you got. They really work well. If you buy any items, any qualifying items over $100, then you do get a free garage flag with your purchase. I think you just need to make sure you add the garage flag to your cart. Now, they have a lot of different options. I will say this, some of the pricing, of course, we all know this on Benchmade, can be a little bit out there. The thing that draws my attention the most is the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. If this qualifies to get that free garage flag, I think that that's a pretty good deal. To be honest with you, this is my Benchmade Mini Griptilian here. Little banger of a knife to be able to use. It does just feel really good in the hand. It does have like their GTX handles. It's like a little bit stronger than FRNs, not as maybe durable as the G10, but they do have liners inside, which makes it just feel durable. This is like a nice made in America beat 'em up type of knife that you can get from Benchmade. So the polymer scales on there, it really does work for me. I would say that don't be deterred at the fact that it doesn't have some of the premium features as other Benchmades. This is a very good workhorse of a knife. They have it on sale right now for $110, $109.99. I think that's a pretty good deal, and I think that this would qualify for the Benchmade flag. Here it says any Benchmade purchase. Yeah, it literally just says any Benchmade purchase over $100. There you go. So check the terms and conditions there. That should be good to go. Kaiser's having a flash sale. It ends in the next 6 hours from the recording of this video. They don't have a lot of things on the flash sale, just 6 items. But the thing that kind of drew my attention the most is that they have the Kaiser Sheepdog Mini. This is a button lock and it has aluminum scales on there. This normally runs around $64 on Amazon. 48 bucks on their website is a pretty good deal. So I think that that's something that you may want to snatch up, especially if you're a big fan of the Sheepdog. I like the Sheepdog. I love how you can use it. It's really slicey. It's great if you're kind of do like a cutting away from your body. This is a really good knife for doing stuff like that, if you're like whittling and stuff like that. Now, I wanted to bring the new Streamlight ProTac 2AX USB 550 lumen multi-fuel personal carry flashlight. Disgustingly long name, but it does have tremendous results. Now, I have been carrying this for quite a while. I've been testing this thing out for a couple of weeks. The thing about the Streamlight ProTac 2AX is I'm a big fan of my Nikon MT2AU flashlight, but this one here has the 10 programmable switch, meaning if you click this rear 12 switch 10 times, you can customize the way this flashlight turns on. I've noticed that 550 lumens is just enough for me. It doesn't have the swag that my Nikon flashlights have, but it just gets the job done. I like the dual force nature of these flashlights. Dual source, meaning that dual fuel, meaning that you can use the battery that comes with it, which is a decent sized battery, or in a pinch you can throw 2 AA batteries in here and still continue your day. It does have unlike my Nikon, this has a momentary switch. My Nikon does not have a momentary switch, meaning I can use this for signaling if I'm trying to get someone's attention. It's harder to do that with the Nikon because it changes modes every time you click it. This is just a pretty good, decent flashlight overall. Now, the Streamlight normally is $66.94, $67. This was just newly listed on Amazon and it came at $51.60, 23% off. That's a great savings. That's a buy it now price. I don't know if they cut the price because it just got listed on all the other third-party websites. It's full price. So if you're thinking about getting something like this, you love the 10 programmable features of Streamlights, and you're looking for like a pin type of light like this, this is something that I would easily snatch up. This is a fantastic free P4 clone. This is the Shao multi-tool 18-in-1 tool. It does have a lot of features. It comes with some stuff that may or may not be that very useful to you, but it comes with bits. I'd rather have the bits than not have them. You have one of these get out of jail type of bits where you can put this around the boat that may be stripped or whatever and still get it out of there. It even has an adapter for a 3/8 inch adapter on there for sockets. So this is it does have a file, just very well made tool, heavier than it looks. It's not as well made as the Leatherman Free P4, but the Leatherman Free P4 is A, discontinued, and B, $150. This is normally $34.99. This is 14% off, $29.99. So this is I'm a big fan of this one. If you're looking for something that gives you the Free P4 swag without paying the Free P4 pricing. The Fantic. This is the Fantic, the X5. This is the manual precision screwdriver. I'm a big fan of just having these little precision screwdrivers on hand at any moment. So I keep one of these sets, now this one is electric, but I keep one of these sets on my desk, whether it's Hoto, Fantic, whatever. It's always just like ready to easily grab it at a moment's notice without any issues. So if you're looking for something that's always at the handy to work on your multi-tools, your knives, your electronics, 50-in-1 bits, It's a 360-degree rotating and all sorts of bits inside of this. Normally normally $49.97, 20% off for $39.97. Then there's a clickable coupon that gets you 45% more off. And then there's another coupon that gets 5%. This thing is going to be around $20. I think it comes out to be like 18 or some change. I'm not trying to do math real live and live in color, but that's a pretty good deal to be able to work on your stuff on the fly without having to search around for the smallest of bits. The Coast XP18R. I'm a huge fan of this flashlight. This is my oh shit flashlight. So in your vehicles, the handle that's above your vehicle that you use to get in and out of your vehicle, I've replaced that with this flashlight. Mine's been put through paint jobs and wear and tear. That's why it has white specks all over it. 3,650 lumen flashlight, and it has a telescoping head, which lets you to go from like a flood to like a spot beam. This is a very well-made flashlight. My only complaint is you have to make sure you use the correct charger, because although it does have a USB-C charging on here, if you use the incorrect charger, it just won't work. So I do have a couple of extra chargers just in case. But other than that, I don't have a lot of complaints about this thing. It's normally $119.99. It normally sells for $99, just to keep it real with you guys. This thing is on sale for 42% off at $69.99, which is $70. Leads me to believe that Coast is about to replace this. I've had this flashlight for 3 years. The fact that they're dropping this thing off 30-40% off leads me to believe that its time is very, very limited. Next, we have the tactical gear wall mount. This is what I keep my rucking gear on, my plate carrier, my rucking bag. I don't have a helmet, but any of that type of stuff. I love this thing. It looks good. Some of my shots you see on YouTube, it's literally behind my shoulder quite often. So if you have a bunch of gear you want to get off the ground, it doesn't just have to be your plate carriers or whatever, motorcycle gear or whatever you may want to hang. I love the walnut. I kind of wish I had the black walnut, but normally $69.98. You get this bad boy for $43.19, 38% off. Not bad at all. So this is, I think if you want just one in the package, then the price is $26.39. So if you want two in the package, it's $43. If you just need one, which is what I have, it's $26. So whichever one's going to work out for you. The Nikon EDC27. It's very easy to understand why this is on sale. This is the Nikon EDC27. It has been replaced by the Nikon EDC27 UHI. Because the UHI is on the market, they have replaced it with this. They've replaced this one with that new one. I'm just telling you, there are not tons of reasons to get the new one. There's a few comfort reasons that I really like, but if you don't own either, and this one's cheaper, get this one. There's just they're so similar that this one just makes a lot of sense. So it's a great EDC light, a little bit long in your pocket, but other than that, it's very, very forgivable light. Normally $89.99, and let's just keep it real, it sells for $89.99. My coupon normally can get you 10% off on their website. This is way better, 20% off, $71.96. Then they include the charging cable, and then a ridiculous inclusion is a battery organizer, because you can't take the battery out of this. So I don't know why they're including a battery organizer specifically for this deal, but I guess if you have batteries, you just want to have an organizer, there you go. You have a battery organizer. The Wuben E7. Now for my rucking purposes, the Wuben E7 is the light that I actually keep on my strap of my bag as I'm walking down a trail. That way, as I'm walking, I can just literally reach up, tap this thing and turn it on, and it faces forward, so it illuminates the path in front of me. That's why I like the fact that it is a 90-degree angle. It has a magnetic base, but I'm just going to keep it real. This flashlight serves one purpose. I use it on my rucking. They have designed this to kind of be like a search and rescue type of light, because you can actually hook up a clip to it and hook it up and actuate it from a remote control and all that other type of stuff. Very good clip. I like to keep this thing out when I'm rucking. It just kind of gets the job done. This is 1800 lumens max. I think it can run 1800 lumens just for a couple of minutes, but a lot of different options for this. Normally $37.99. It's $23.99, 37% off. You can get it in khaki. You can get it in green. All of those are 6500 Kelvin. And then you can get the extension tubes. You can get the center switch that I talked about earlier. You can even adapt it and wear it like a headlamp. Like the Wuben E7 is a very, very adaptable flashlight that you can check out. The Wuben E1. Now the Wuben E1 was recently released about a month and a half ago. I don't have my hands on this one, but this is the This may be the light to get for your loved one that likes to take a lot of selfies. You stick this on the back of their iPhone or any other phone that has like a MagSafe case on it. Then you can use this. It has 3 color temperatures: warm, cool, kind of like in the middle. It's IP65 rated, USB-C recharging. It turns it on with an actual twist knob on the side to turn it on. But they can take this thing and actually use this for taking selfies, illuminating a dark area at nighttime. This might be the ultimate selfie solution for the person that's always taking pictures of themselves. Then you might be able to use this. It's also a dual hat as a kickstand, so you can watch your entertainment as a kickstand. So this thing is normally $64.99. It normally sells for about 45 bucks. So no one buys it at $64.99. $39.99. That's a pretty good deal. It even has a bundle right here if you want to buy the bundle. So the bundle would normally cost you $129. If you buy 2 of them, you can get it for 70 bucks. That's saving $10 more on top of this deal. So check that out as well. Now this Tomtalk EDC sling bag, this is the lowest price I've seen this bag specifically. In the past, I've seen this thing drop to 50 bucks. It's not saying it's way cheaper than that, but this is a really good bag if you're a vertical bag type of carry. It can easily fit a 14-inch MacBook Pro. It does say 13-inch MacBook Air, but I've put my 14-inch MacBook Pro in there. It fits that pretty easily. So this is something, if you want to be able to just kind of slowly venture into the realm of carrying a sling bag, here you go. You got something to hold your computer, your iPad, some charging stuff, all sorts of extra features, good for travel. Normally $69.99, like I told you guys, is normally sells for 54 bucks. It normally drops to like 50 bucks once every couple of weeks. $47.99 is the lowest I've seen it, and it's the lowest price currently on the internet. So you can grab that if you see fit. Now I own this in the khaki, and I used to own it in the black. I sold the black and I gave the khaki away. I wish I had the gray. That's why I'm showing you the gray, but they have multiple colors as well that you can check out. Now we have to look at the AceBeam Pocket Light AA. Now I released a video earlier today from filming this video, and I talked about my most pocket-friendly flashlight is the AceBeam Pocket Light AA. Here's one here. I have the titanium 10th anniversary edition. It doesn't have any additional functionality than its $16 brethren. Just to kind of show you what it looks like. The knurling on here feels good. The switch feels great. And I've had a lot of, the Streamlight Micro Stream, and I've had Olight flashlights and tons of flashlights that are literally designed to be fit in your pocket. This is one of my favorites, hands down. And this one here is coming in at 550 lumens if you use the rechargeable battery that comes with it. If you don't use that battery, I think you top out around like 250 lumens, but you can use the rechargeable battery that comes with it, or you can throw a AA battery inside. This is normally $29.99. This thing, the green one has dropped down to $16.95. You can explore other colors to see the pricing for those. For instance, this one here is kind of like their I don't know how to describe it. It's like an off green color. That's also $16.99. But if you want to get it in the orange color, it's going to cost you $19.99. So kind of explore to see which color works out for you. But this is a great flashlight that can go in a pouch or your pocket easily. So if you like the AceBeam form factor, you want something with a little bit more oomph to it, you can get the AceBeam Tac AA flashlight. This is normally $24.99. It's dropped to $19.99. It comes in multiple colors as well. This one gets a little bit more meters, a little bit more lumens. So this might be something. It's a little bit bigger though. So the form factor, but the fact that they made it bigger allowed for them to put a different lumen, a different head in there to actually make the throw a little bit farther. But it still can work on any AA battery if you don't use the rechargeable one that comes with it. Of course, you're not going to get that max output as you would normally get, but still a pretty good deal overall. Here's the Work Pro multi-tool 11-in-1 multi-tool. This is what I call one of those, do I like multi-tools? You can purchase this. It's normally $19.99. The red color has dropped down the cheapest, but it does have a lot of features on it that you might want to check out. The thing about this is you can check this out and you may decide, like, do I like carrying a multi-tool? Is it something I'm going to use every single day? You buy this, you spend 15 bucks, you can figure out, it comes with the sheath. Am I going to carry it? And maybe you don't like it, maybe you do, but it has tools that you normally may not have on you every single day. I always recommend don't buy anything extravagant. Don't get a Leatherman or run out and get a SOG or something like that, because you don't know if you're going to like to carry it. Saving 25%, that might be something you may want to check out. This is the Mossy Oak 19-in-1 multi-tool. Kind of like I mentioned on the other one, but this is kind of more of a armrest multi-tool that goes in your vehicle. Stays in your armrest. Something's going on, you need to tighten something. The other day I needed to scrape something off the side of the vehicle. I would grab I don't own this one, but this is a type of multi-tool that I would grab. So this also may be the type of multi-tool you give to someone else. People know the name Mossy Oak because of Walmart. They know Ozark Trail because of Walmart, and they see it to be a name brand. It's just not it's not going to be the highest quality thing, but it's still going to be something that can get you out of a pinch. All these tools, especially if you rarely use this multi-tool and it kind of just sits in your armrest, that means it's always going to be sharp, ready to go, have everything that you need. Normally $59.99. If you're spending $59.99 on this, please contact me so I can sell you something, because you shouldn't spend $59.99 on this. But it's dropped down to $29.59. Checking my price history, most people spend about $36 on it, so you're saving a little bit of money. You know, so wire snippers and crimpers and a file and a glass breaker, a little bit of everything that you need. You can use the bottom of it as a hammer, as you see this guy driving in a garden stake up there, even though it's a little bit of oxymoron because he's wearing a tactical Mossy Oak glove, but that looks like the type of stake that you drive in the ground for a tent or for your garden. So I guess you need to get real tactical for that one, but whatever. This is the SOFRIN, the IF24 Pro flashlight. Now I wanted to talk about this one because it does have a lot of features that I think are pretty neat. So first off, it has a lockout mode, which I like. When it's in lockout mode, then you don't have to worry about it coming on, but you can turn it on and that brings it on. And then there's a mode that brings onto the front light. That front light, you can change it. It goes to different colors. So this gives you the word of RGB. You can change that front light to just solid LEDs as well. And then you can go back to lockout mode. It has a very strong magnetic base. I consider this to be my work light that I would use. The only issue I had with this thing is I like a rotating head for the top for my work lights. This one, instead of rotating the head 90 degrees, they give you a light on the side. But other than that, if you're okay with not having a rotating head for your work light, I think this really works well for like a work light. I don't know about your pocket, or maybe to be okay in a pouch. It is using an 18650 battery. So if you need to just pull it out on the fly and swap it out with another one, you can do that pretty easily. So that's something to think about as well. So normally this thing is $59, and this just got put on Amazon, I think like 3 weeks ago. They sent it to me before it released. This comes out because the IF24, the regular one, was a pretty popular selling item, so they came out with the Pro version, and this gets you 1800 lumens, and it dropped it on Amazon, but they also put a 25% coupon, so that makes a pretty good deal as well. That's going to get you almost additional $15 off of this bad boy. So that might be something that you may want to check out just to snag up if you're looking for something like that. The tactical admin pouch. Now, I wanted to show this because I like to keep admin pouches on my desk. I have an admin pouch here by Tomtalk, which literally just sits on my desk, and it is where I keep all cordage, redhead stepchildren of cordage, because I always need a cord because of YouTube and because of work, but I don't want to see any of my cords. I hate seeing them, so it sits in an admin pouch on top of my desk, or sometimes I'll stuff it and set it on the floor next to my desk. But that thing was like $50, $597. This thing seems like it can do the same thing for 10% of the price. So it seems like overkill. 1000D Cordura. So, you know, I guess you can in theory put this on your plate carry. Only the black one's on sale. The other two colors are not. Big loop panel on the front for you put your patches or whatever you might want to. But it does seem to have a lot of room inside. It's just kind of one of those pry open type of areas. Throw in anything in there that you need. You see they put an iPhone in there just to kind of show you what it would look like if you actually you throw this thing with all sorts of stuff inside. So something to check out. I would check it out. Now, how much is this one? Let me see if the other ones are discounted. Nope, the other ones are full price. So there you go. So just the black one, $597. I have this desktop fidget spinner. Now, you may have heard earlier in the video, my son was out here in the man cave with me watching Despicable Me 3. That movie just ended. But on the table, the man cave table where he was sitting, I keep a fidget toy to keep them distracted. If I have a kid out here with me and I'm trying to film or hang out or work or whatever, I didn't think I would like these things, but I actually have one similar to this where they can come out, they can take it off, they can fidget with it, they can leave it on the fidget, whatever. It's made of metal. normally $16.99, dropped down to $7.99, 53% savings. I think this thing normally hovers around $11.99. So, but this may be something to consider. I'm normally not a big fan of fidget in my EDC, but in your man cave, maybe you want to stick something around. Speaking of stuff I'm not a big fan of my EDC, I'm not a big fan of beads, but I know some of you guys are. There you go. America. We got a retro eagle head bead. Only the brass one is discounted. The $5.94. The other ones are the normal price. So the red brass is discounted. And it also has a 30% shop other items that you might get a deal on. So any specific one item is 30%. So you can click that, go through their other bead options. You may see something else that you like. The one that screamed out to me was America. And so that's why I selected the eagle, but they have a lot of beads that they have 30% off savings for. The Gerber gear lockdown drive. Oh, so this one here is 71% claimed. Hold on, let me refresh it because it might even be more claimed. So it's 73% claimed. I did a review video on this, and I don't like one hand opening this. And on their marketing material on their website, when this thing released, they showed someone opening a one-handed and almost sliced my finger. But if you're using this in a methodical, in a meaningful manner, opening it up with two hands or whatever, this is a really good multi-tool. It has just an exchangeable number 11 utility blade. So that's a perfect thing for opening up tons of packages and not gunking up your regular knife. It has a drop point style knife, but if you have a number 11 utility blade, then there you go. It has a very capable awl on there, textured grip, has a pretty good file. But the thing that is probably the best about this is the drive. It uses 1/4 size bits. So if you want to get yourself some good Weehaw bits or some Wera bits, you can throw those in there. Has like a little magnetic feature. So when you get it in there, you don't have to worry about the bit falling out. This is normally $60. This has dropped down to $40.50. This is the lowest price I've seen it. When I bought it for like 70 something bucks. So they've slowly been creeping the price down over the last 2 years. But at $40.50, this is a great deal if you're looking for something like this in your EDC. The CRJ Mini Pyrite. This is 20% off, multiple different colors. All these are aluminum scale pyrites with the button lock. You can get the most crazy looking color here, which is the green with the red blade, and that's $36.69. So if you're looking for the aluminum scaled mini pyrite, so it's a little bit more than 2 inches, normally $45, $36.69 is a pretty good deal. I actually kind of like the way this Christmas one looks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of rock with it, but you want to make sure that people know that this is a knife and it will cut them. It's not a toy, okay? Speaking of a knife that will cut, the CRJ Pyrite Light. I've talked about this as being my budget knife of the year plenty of times. It still has those FRN scales, but exclusively to their website, you can get this Pyrite Light for $39.99 with the rose gold actual blade on there. That's a pretty good looking blade if you're already a big fan of that. I have a code. If you use that code, it's going to get you an additional 5% off. You can also give them a burner email that will get you 10% off. So if it were me, I would probably just give them a burner email, subscribe, get 10% off. Now I'm saving $4, but if you don't want to do that, I can save you $2 with 5%. So there you go. So that's a pretty good deal as well. For those that have access to the base, this is shopmyexchange.com. Okay. ShopMyExchange.com is having a very good sale on a lot of different Kaiser, K-Bar, and a few Hogue knives. So if you know, if you're active duty, if you're a veteran, if you are, if you have medically retired or whatever the case may be, you can go to ShopMyExchange.com. They have a lot of good deals here that you may want to pick up. The K-Bar Beckers, $40.46. You can look at the Hogue Deca manual. Now this Hogue Deca here specifically is the one with the Magna Cut blade, $125. I think that's a pretty good deal. So I'll just leave this linked up just in case you see anything that makes sense for you. All right. So there you go. Those are the deals for this week. Thank me down below by giving me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. If this is your first time stopping by, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Marine X. I like to hook people up with all sorts of deals. If this is not your first time stopping by, hit the Discord. I would love to see you chatting in there. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.